Yeah, we got to have a great week of preparation, really on and off the court. Finals week, our guys have had a good semester. We got to finish strong here, and we got to prepare for a very, very good College of Charleston team. And we're going to have our hands full Saturday, but we made a really good schedule, and after the first 10 games, the it's been great. We're getting a lot out of it for sure. Playing some great games, but we got a tough team here on Saturday. But that's the fun of it. We're excited about it.
What's that about their kind of 1-2 punch of Graham Riller and Joe Brown?
Yeah, those guys. I mean, they just make plays, and sometimes it's not even on the stat sheet. They make plays where winning plays, aggressive plays. I said get them extra plays, extra shots, and they're guys that have been around. They've been in some great battles. They're not going to be afraid to come here and play. They've played some great teams already and in their careers, and they've won a lot. So they know what it takes, and you got to respect them, but you also you got to make sure you prepare yourself ready to go.
What's the biggest challenge for you this week in between games with the guys? I know there's a little bit downtown more practice, but you're prepping for finals too. So how's this week different?
Balance it all is the number one thing when there's a lot going on off the court, and then you have a big game coming up on Saturday. You got to balance it, and you balance it number one with a great attitude. It is what it is. It's part of being in college. We're all college students are going through a hectic week academically. I've been there. We get it, but you got to balance it. But you got to do it with a great attitude. And we'll come in here today and tomorrow and get some work done, but make sure our guys off the court are doing what they're supposed to do, and then really gear up for a great College of Charleston team and a great game at Saturday afternoon.
Charleston, of course, had the good year last year. What really intrigued you about scheduling home with them and their program? What they're doing?
Well, they're a team that they're just really good, and they play a great schedule like we do. So it worked out. We need to play some games on the road too. I think that's really important, and to go to College of Charleston, the following year we'll play in the tournament down there. So it just sort of worked hand in hand that way. And Earl was looking for some games as well, like us, late, and it just worked out that we could find dates. And I think it's a great game for both teams. They're going to have a chance to win their league and win a lot of games, and that's what we hope and expect for us. So it's a great matchup, and our fans and our people here at VCU know the quality of a program that they have. So it's a great game to have on our schedule for this year and for next.
Shooting concern you at all, or was that some of a byproduct of the defenses you played?
No, it definitely concerns me with the numbers we're shooting. Without a doubt, I didn't expect us to shoot the ball as poorly as we have, but I think we're approaching it the right way. We're not in panic mode, because when you get in panic mode, it affects other parts of your game. I think our defense has really improved, and it's been a staple for us that we can count on that every day, every game, and every day. But yeah, no, it does concern me. But the way you take better shots, you get each other better shots in games, and then you get in the gym and you spend all day and all night in the gym and work on it. Because if you're shooting for your teammates, you got to be ready to shoot them and shoot them in. But we're not in panic mode, because when you get in panic mode in sports, it never works. What you do is you really work. You work on it really hard. You spend a lot of time on it, and you keep assessing what you're doing and keep working. And I really think over and over and over again that formula gets you where you need to go. And so we're going to continue to make sure we're taking good shots, getting each other better shots, and then really working on it.
How much of it is it maybe a product also just this kind of group still figuring out how to play together, figuring out which guys can take what shots?
Yeah, I think some of that. I think yesterday I went back a number of games and just looked at our shots and our offense, and I think we could take better shots. If you take really good shots, you have a better chance of making them percentage-wise. And I think we need to take some better shots. I think we need to log the game better. So we come down to court, we miss 2 or 3 in a row from 3, then we need to throw it inside, or we need to attack the defense a little bit more. But sometimes it's the right guy shooting an open shot because we really moved the ball. A couple times in the UVA game, we hit some really good ball movement, and we had the right guy shooting an open three. We just didn't make it. But we got to start making that because that's where you make a run on people, and that creates great confidence. So some of it is you're in your head a little bit. I think some of it is just taking better shots, and then when you see a couple go in, that changes sometimes the whole direction of how you're playing, and also for players as they go along through the year. So just got to keep at it. Keep at it. It's right now it's somewhat of a weakness. We got to start turning it into a strength.
This is a different kind of defense than your fans might be used to, but it's just as effective. Because you have such a young team, is it a little bit easier to transition away from what everybody in the stands might be used to because these kids really didn't play it all that much, and to get them to buy into your style of what you're trying to do?
Well, we still want to speed up the game. We still want to press and put pressure on them. Probably not trapping as much as I want, and it's something we got to work on as we move along and get in the league play. But we're also we're creating a lot of turnovers different ways. Pressure on the ball, running through some plays, blocking shots, taking charges. It's still causing problems for the opponent. We're just doing it in different ways. But no, this is how I expect our guys to play defense. Make it so darn hard for the other team, bringing the ball up the court and getting in the half court. And I think defense travels. I say it all the time that if your defense shows up, it gives you a chance no matter what happens throughout the game. And I think our guys have bought into that without a doubt. Difference in what people expected. I'm not really sure what they expected. I do know that if you keep the other team on their heels and not let them play downhill and forward, it's really hard. And then you can get turnovers and make them take tough shots. And I think that I've always believed in that, and I always believed in that if you take away high percentage shots and then you defend tough twos, it's harder to score, and we're showing that without a doubt.
You've been around college basketball long enough. And sometimes when guys don't have the offense, the defense suffers or the personal letdown. You're not seeing that with this team. Is that reflection of more coaching, or is this more just who these guys, the character of who these guys are, that they take that much pride in their defense?
A balance of everything, I think. Guys know if you don't play defense, you're coming out, and you can come out quick. Last year we couldn't do that, and so as much as I wanted to hold them accountable, and there were times where we just couldn't take some of the guys out when they have defensive lapses. But this year, without a doubt, we can do it very quickly. And guys know if they go in the game, if they're playing a high level of defense, they know they're going to play a number of minutes that's going to help us. So holding our guys accountable, but also knowing that if you don't play defense, you're going to the bench. And it's not a threat. It's just this is what we do. And it's been working. On top of that, I think some guys have gotten stronger. I think we've matured. I think some guys have really matured as young men and are holding themselves more accountable on that side of the ball. And I think that has really helped, without a doubt. And in this offseason, like I told you guys many times, it was a defensive offseason, and that has carried into the season. I'm really proud of the guys that they carried it into the season.
You mentioned on Sunday, like always, you're going to sit down with Marcus and kind of just go over the film, and as a point guard, what you kind of take out of what Sunday's game?
Yeah, I sat down with him this morning, and to be honest with you, it was one of the best talks we've ever had, and I've known him for a long time. And I said it to him to start it off, and I have no problem saying this publicly. I thought this Saturday would be his first game playing, in my mind. Early December, I thought would be when he would start playing. Now we got him the first game of the year, which was a bonus to us. So I think he's a month ahead than I thought he would be. But he's very hard on himself, which is awesome. He said, "Coach, I got to play better. I got to do more." And like I said, I think body-wise, he's still in the 70 percentile of where he is right now, and I think he'll only get better. His body does feel a lot better. He's not as sore after games and after practices as he was, when he got back in the last few weeks. I think these next 2 weeks are big for him to really get strength and all that. But I told him his best attribute is his edge and competitiveness, and that's why I recruited him from day one. Sometimes his biggest opponent is his own edge and competitiveness, but man, you'd rather have that than that it doesn't matter, it doesn't carry, he doesn't compete. So he knows he has to play better as a point guard, but also log the game better that way. And he's done that. He's done it, but he's got to do it now consistently for us. But out of everybody on the team, and including IV and DJ and Malik, those guys got to hold each other accountable the most because they're the older guys and pull everybody along, and he knows that. So we sat down today. It was great, and he wants more. He wants more, and the kid wants to get better, and he knows where he's at right now physically, that it's going to come back, but it's going to take some time, without a doubt.
How is the coach kind of harness that competitiveness and edge so it's more of a strength than a detriment for him?
Yeah, log the game, and you'll hear me say that term. I think as a guard, especially as a point guard and one of the leaders, you got to log the game. Hey, the last time we came down, we took a bad shot, so we got to get a good one. Hey, the last 3 times we took threes, we didn't make them. It's got to go inside. Hey, that guy has 2 fouls. Let's go at him, see if we can get him a third one, get him out of the game. Just parts like that, and even just being more of an extension of the coach on the team, more communication with us, more carry over to the team and stuff like that, and things we work on all the time. And as I say, you got to do it when maybe you're not playing the best, or when things aren't going your way, or you got a bad call against you, or you didn't get a call. Those are the things you just got to keep logging the game and keep working on that. And the biggest thing is when you become very consistent in that. That's when your team takes a big step, and that's something we're shooting for.
With the schedule the way it is, they have one game kind of every weekend the next 3 weeks. Was that kind of purposeful to kind of have more time before the conference play?
Well, we didn't want to mess around this week with exams, and then the one thing I felt is we wanted to have a break around Christmas for sure. So playing the 22nd, we have some days off. So it sort of worked out that way, but I like it. I really think the next 2.5 weeks, we have a lot of time to get better, and not just get ready for the next game, but make our team better and practice to get better. And individuals spend a lot of time in the gym getting better. And as a player, Christmas break, when you don't have class, the only thing you are is a basketball player. And I say it's your time to act like a pro. You don't have to go to class. You're here to be a basketball player. So what you should be doing is watching tape, taking care of your body, and spending time in the gym getting better in practice and outside of practice. And it's a great time for us the next 2.5 to 3.5 weeks, where we have a lot of time to improve ourselves, without a doubt.
Will the practice schedule be maybe a little bit different now that you have a little more time?
No, it'll still be very hard. We'll get after it, without a doubt. The one thing, we have more time to get guys in the shoot and do more treatment and some more strength training with our strength coach. But practices don't have to be really long, but they need to be really intense that way. And then of course prepare for our opponents, without a doubt. But we'll keep the same balance we have. We just have extra time that we can do some things with some guys.
Keyshawn, he's played pretty well. When he's gotten time. Coach Brunt mentioned after the Island game that even though he hasn't played a lot of minutes, he hasn't powered. He still got in and worked with JD, worked on his shot and stuff. So, what have you seen from him this season? And him maybe not playing as much, that kind of is a factor of being behind some experience and some older players.
Yeah, that's part of being a freshman. Sometimes you're in a certain spot as a freshman playing against some older guys, and earlier in the year, experience helps the older guys. But the one thing I'll say about Keyshawn that I'm really proud of is an awesome attitude, and he competes every day. And he was in the gym this morning lifting and working out, and that says a lot about him, and that's why he's here. And I'm fired up about him, and he's going to help us this year. Tough thing early in the year when you have experience back, and guys that know what they're doing a little bit better as a freshman, is he's you know, he's got to find his spot, and he's just got to keep working. And when the time comes for us to call on him, he's ready to go and prepared. Which when we have called on him, he's done a great job with that. So I mean, he's a big part of what we do.
You came out of those 2 road games relatively healthy.
Yes. Knock on wood. Yep. Yeah. Sean feels pretty good. Marcus Evans feels pretty good. That's Michael Gilmore. Just a little strain on his knee, but he was in the gym shooting yesterday, so I think everybody's good.
What were the takeaways from this past week? You know, I guess long term and short.
Great takeaways. Find a way to beat a very good team, Texas, who just beat Purdue on Sunday, to win on the road. You know, we talk about road toughness. You got to find a way on the road just to get a 1-pointer, and that's what we did. And I think that gives us confidence to continue to go on the road and take that approach. Our defense travels. That's important. I think we learned that in both these games. And then, you know, I think the biggest thing in the UVA game is how close we were, but we're not there yet. So we got a lot of work to do. And 2 very good teams. 2 teams that are so well coached and have a way that they play. We battled them to the end. One we won, one we didn't. But I think we could get a lot better. I think guys individually can improve and get a lot better. I think we can play together even better, and I think we do that now pretty well, but I think we can get better at that. I think the guys coming off the bench can even give us more. And the guys that are starting the game could even lead better and lead more. And that's, you know, I always say the game reveals character. And I think you saw a lot of great character, but you also saw some character we got to improve and shine and polish, which is great because it's middle of December. And we're not talking like this in February. So now, to get to February and be really good, this time right here is so important. So this week was huge for us. It's a big step for us. One game we found a way, the other game we didn't find a way, and that just says we have a long way to go. But I'm really encouraged of where we're heading.
I guess mentality and confidence-wise, I mean, those are 2 top teams in the nation. What does that do for the guys, saying that we can play with the big boys?
Well, if we play our way, the way we work on every day, we talk about every day, we recruit that way, how we want our guys to play, it works. The guys know that, they see it. But we also, it's got to be an attitude that we have every day of not worrying about the next game, worrying about how do we improve and how do we make each other better. And that's the culture. And you know, I talk about it all the time to our guys that if you can impact the culture the right way every day, that culture gets better and better, and the culture sticks around, and culture doesn't leave you if you work on it every day. And you know, that's what we're going to do today at 1 o'clock. We're going to go to work today and build our culture and work on our culture and become a better team. This week revealed some of that, a lot of positives, other things we got to work on, but it's all about our culture. Continue to improve our culture and how we do things, and we'll get better and better. You got it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thursday night?
Robbie's got you.
You out?
Yeah, Katie's got something.